5,000 essential English words everyone should know with examples and pictures. Admission.
The museum offers free admission every Sunday.
The university offered him admission.
Astronomy.
He studied astronomy to understand the universe.
The observatory hosted a public astronomy event.
Blame.
He tried to blame his mistakes on others.
The investigation aimed to find the person to blame.
Chemistry.
She has a degree in chemistry and works in a pharmaceutical company.
She excels in chemistry class.
Despite.
Despite the rain, they enjoyed the outdoor concert.
She succeeded despite facing many challenges.
Dinosaur.
The museum displayed a life-sized dinosaur skeleton.
The children were fascinated by the roaring dinosaurs.
Exhibit.
The art gallery showcased a new exhibit.
The Science Museum had interactive exhibits.
Fame.
The singer achieved international fame.
The actor's fame grew after winning an award.
Forecast.
The weather forecast predicted rain for the weekend.
The Economist provided an economic forecast.
Genius.
Albert Einstein was a brilliant genius.
Her skills were nothing short of genius.
Gentle.
The nurse was gentle with the young patient.
The gentle breeze rustled the leaves.
Geography.
She studied world geography in school.
The map displayed the geography of the region.
Interfere.
Strong signals from other devices can interfere with the Wi-Fi connection.
Please don't interfere with my work.
Lightly.
She touched the fragile vase lightly.
The rain fell lightly on the window pane.
Principal.
The school principal addressed the students during assembly.
Honesty was a core principle for him.
Row.
They sat in the front row at the theater.
The crew members rowed the boat across the lake.
Shelf.
She organized the books on the library shelf.
The kitchen shelf held spices and jars.
Spite.
She acted out of spite to hurt him.
The team won the game in spite of being the underdogs.
Super.
The new movie has some super special effects.
The supermoon illuminated the night sky.
Wet.
The rain left everything wet.
Be careful not to slip on the wet floor.
Abuse.
He was arrested for abusing his authority.
He abused his power.
Afford.
They couldn't afford to buy a new car.
She saved money to afford a vacation.
Bake.
She loves to bake cookies on weekends.
I'm going to bake a cake for her birthday.
Bean.
He ordered a black coffee with no sugar or beans.
Beans are a great source of protein.
Candle.
She lit a scented candle to relax.
The birthday cake had colorful candles.
Convert.
He decided to convert to a vegetarian diet.
The software can convert files to different formats.
Debt.
They struggled to pay off their student debt.
The credit card debt kept accumulating.
Decrease.
We need to decrease our expenses to stay within budget.
The temperature will decrease as winter approaches.
Fault.
He accepted responsibility for his fault in the project.
The car accident was not entirely her fault.
Fund.
The charity raised funds for cancer research.
The government allocated funds for infrastructure projects.
Generous.
She made a generous donation to the shelter.
His generous offer surprised everyone.
Ingredient.
The recipe called for basic ingredients like flour and eggs.
The chef emphasized fresh ingredients.
Insist.
She insisted on paying for dinner.
He insisted that they follow the original plan.
Mess.
The kids made a mess while playing with paints.
The room was in disarray, a complete mess.
Metal.
The bridge was made of sturdy metal.
The jewelry store displayed gold and silver medals.
Monitor.
The doctor will monitor your progress during recovery.
The security system includes video monitoring.
Oppose.
The senator plans to oppose the bill when it comes up for a vote.
She will oppose any changes to the plan.
Passive.
He had a passive approach to the changes.
He has a passive attitude toward life.
Quantity.
The recipe called for a specific quantity of sugar.
The store limited the quantity of items per customer.
Sue.
She threatened to sue the company for negligence.
The lawyer advised him to sue for damages.
Anxiety.
She felt anxiety before her job interview.
His anxiety about flying made him nervous.
Army.
The army conducted military exercises.
The army defended the nation's borders.
Billion.
The company's revenue exceeded $1 billion.
The population reached over 1 billion people.
Carve.
The artist used a chisel to carve the sculpture.
He decided to carve his initials on the tree.
Consult.
She consulted with a financial advisor.
The doctor consulted the patient's medical history.
Emergency.
The hospital treated patients in emergency situations.
The fire department responded to an emergency call.
Fortune.
She inherited a small fortune from his grandparents.
The entrepreneur made his fortune in tech investments.
Guarantee.
The warranty guaranteed free repairs.
The seller guaranteed satisfaction to the customer.
Hike.
They went on a challenging mountain hike.
The trail offered scenic views during the hike.
Initial.
She signed her initials on the contract.
The initial cost is higher than expected.
Intense.
The storm brought intense winds and rain.
The athletes had an intense workout session.
Lend.
He agreed to lend her some money.
The library will lend books to members.
Peak.
They reached the peak of the mountain.
The stock market reached its peak.
Potential.
The young musician had great potential.
The startup had significant growth potential.
Pride.
She felt pride in her accomplishments.
The team played with determination and pride.
Proof.
The detective found crucial proof at the crime scene.
The scientist presented proof of the theory.
Quit.
He decided to quit his job and pursue his passion.
She vowed never to quit despite the challenges.
Spin.
The dancer performed an elegant spin.
The media tried to spin the story in their favor.
Tiny.
The newborn kitten was tiny and fragile.
The tiny house had clever space-saving features.
Tutor.
She hired a math tutor to improve her grades.
The student met with the English tutor for help.
Apparent.
The apparent cause of the fire was faulty wiring.
His apparent confidence masked his nervousness.
Blind.
The guide dog assisted the blind man.
The blind musician played beautifully.
Calculate.
She needed to calculate the total cost.
The scientist used complex formulas to calculate results.
Chat.
They sat down to chat over coffee.
The online forum allowed users to chat with each other.
Commit.
He promised to commit to the project.
The suspect was charged with committing a crime.
Compose.
Compose a song with your favorite rhymes.
She needed to compose an email.
Dormitory.
The college students lived in the campus dormitory.
The dormitory had shared bathrooms.
Exhaust.
The long hike left them exhausted.
The car's engine emitted exhaust fumes.
Greenhouse.
The plants thrived in the warm greenhouse.
The farmer grew tomatoes in the greenhouse.
Ignore.
He chose to ignore the negative comments.
She tried to ignore distractions while studying.
Obvious.
The solution was obvious once they saw it.
His discomfort was obvious from his expression.
Physics.
She studied physics in college.
The laws of physics govern motion.
Portion.
She served a generous portion of lasagna.
The recipe called for a specific portion of sugar.
Remind.
The alarm clock will remind you of your appointment.
The old photograph reminded her of childhood.
Secretary.
The secretary managed the office schedule.
She worked as a legal secretary.
Severe.
The storm caused severe damage.
The patient had a severe allergic reaction.
Talent.
His artistic talent was evident in his paintings.
She discovered her musical talent at a young age.
Thesis.
The professor approved the thesis topic.
The research paper focused on a specific thesis.
Uniform.
The soldiers wore matching uniforms.
The school had a strict dress uniform policy.
Vision.
The artist had a unique creative vision.
The eye doctor checked her vision.
Absorb.
The sponge can absorb water quickly.
The plant's roots absorb nutrients from the soil.
Boss.
She reported directly to her boss.
The boss praised the team's hard work.
Committee.
The committee discussed the budget proposal.
The school formed a committee to plan the event.
Contract.
They signed a legal contract for the project.
The contract specified the terms and conditions.
Crew.
The film producer hired a skilled crew.
The ship's crew worked together efficiently.
Devote.
He decided to devote his time to volunteering.
The artist devoted years to perfecting his craft.
Dig.
The archaeologist used a shovel to dig.
The dog loves to dig in the garden.
Dine.
They planned to dine at the new restaurant.
The family gathered to dine together.
Donate.
He chose to donate to the charity.
They donate food to shelters.
Double.
Her salary doubled from the previous year.
The company's profits doubled this year.
Elevate.
The new position will elevate her career.
The mountain trail elevated to stunning views.
Flavor.
The soup had a rich, savory flavor.
The chef experimented with different flavors.
Foundation.
The building's foundation was reinforced.
Education is the foundation for success.
Generation.
The older generation shared stories of the past.
The smartphone is popular among younger generations.
Handle.
She knew how to handle difficult situations.
The suitcase has a sturdy handle.
Layer.
The cake had multiple layers of frosting.
The geologist studied the Earth's rock layers.
Mud.
The children were playing in the mud.
The car got stuck in the thick mud.
Smooth.
The lotion made her skin feel smooth.
Her voice was smooth.
Soil.
The gardener tested the quality of the soil.
The plants need fertile soil to grow.
Unique.
Each snowflake is unique in its design.
He has a unique talent for music.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and support us with likes and comments.